Welcome to Bear Lifestyle, the podcast where we speak up and speak out about all taboo topics to make them normal and acceptable. I'm your host, Simona Spark, a best-selling author, international speaker, transformational coach, and so many other things. Beyond anything else, I'm a woman who stopped following other people's rules and started creating my own. In this space, we are ready to get naked by stripping away insecurities and judgments and all kinds of limitations and reaching in for the essence of who we really are, Bear. Beautiful, authentic, real, and ever evolving. Please join the conversation by sharing with us your insights and your questions. You could email us directly to transformation@simonaspark.com, or you could DM us on Instagram at Simona Spark World. Thank you for joining me today. Let's begin. Hello. Welcome to Bear Lifestyle Podcast. I am so happy that you are here, and I am celebrating you and myself and everyone that watches and listens. I'm celebrating with tea. Cheers, cheers. For those of you that have been here before, welcome back. I'm excited to have you back. And for those of you that just landed here for the first time, welcome. I'm so happy that you find me, and I'm so happy that you find this space. As I say in the intro promo, a space where we want to take taboo topics and make them normal and acceptable. So today I decided to keep it short and simple and touch on different spaces that we have available for a bear experience. So I will invite you first to go on the website, Simona Spark /bear, or you could access it in the description and explore all the bear spaces that we have available for you. As soon you land there, you will have a free access to Bear Bootcamp. Please open that training. It's a free training. It's created with the intention of helping you, supporting you how to navigate and to identify your daily practices to practice your self-care and self-love so you could access your bear essence, to allow yourself to be as beautiful as you are, to show up authentically, to keep your things real, and to eliminate whatever resistance might be around expressing yourself and allowing yourself to evolve every day. So the bear essence. I also have the link in the description if you want to access it here. It's a 5-session training. Also, we created a workbook for it, so you could have a personalized experience with prompts to help you identify your own answers as we walk together through this bear journey inside of the Bear Bootcamp training. That's the first thing that I want to invite you to open. Of course, inside of this space, Bear Lifestyle Podcast, yes, please go for the episode number 1. So this is season 4, and there are lots of juicy topics and real and raw conversations. I started this podcast with one of my former clients and colleagues, Carolyn. So that first season, we co-host together. And then in season 2, I hosted on my own, and I brought in a lot of amazing guests from different walks of life with different perspectives on authenticity, self-love, self-care. What is it to be a woman in the world? What are the double standards, and so on. And then in season 3, I co-hosted with my ex-boyfriend, just to let you into our relationship. It was the first time that I've been into a long distance relationship, and we decided to be transparent about it and to let people in into how is it to navigate this type of of relationship, long distance relationship, like a whole world between us, really. And then here we are now in a season 4, hosting this on my own, and I'm so curious to see where this is going. We don't know where the season 4 is going. So a reason why today I decided to just kind of like look back into where we started and what are the spaces that we created. So you have the Bear Bootcamp training, absolutely free. Go ahead and just download it, open it, and play with it, and allow it to unpack and reveal things about yourself that you might or might not be aware of. Number 2, of course, so many topics and interesting and raw conversation here inside of the podcast. And then you will see on the page, the Bear experience on the website, Simona Spark /Bear. We have 3 other spaces. One is private coaching. We do have open, I think there are 2 spaces left currently. That is for private coaching. It's a program of 4 session one-on-one when I get to be your coach and really explore, the limitations and the resistance around your Bear essence, or around what doesn't let you express your Bear essence. So it's a short and sweet 4 session program. It's not open all the time. I only open it a few times a year. So currently it's active. There are 2 spaces left. So go ahead and check that out and see if that resonates with you. Another space in a Bear experience, we have the VIP weekend. These are intense 4 days one-on-one. So we are meeting in person as individual or as couple. It has to be a romantic relationship. So you could come into the space on your own or with your romantic partner. So just go ahead and open Bear VIP weekend and see if that is a space that you are called to step into next. And then the last space that we have created is the Bear retreats. That one currently is closed. I'm looking for vendors. I don't know when the next retreat will be, November or December, but I will keep you posted. Just come back here every week and I will let you know as soon as I find the vendor. And also follow me on social media. I'm lately more active on Instagram. So Simona Spark World. That's where I'm posting little clips from different trainings that I have in Spark Transformation Academy, or little clips from here, from the podcast. And of course, for those of you that are been here for the past month, I started this yoga meditation gong. And I show up every day for my yoga practice, and I post it on Instagram. So check that out. And I'm inviting you into that space as well. So why Bear experience? I shared in the first episode, very first episode, years and years ago, when I went to my first business retreat, when I started stepping into a coaching space and a personal development space. We were invited to one exercise, to dream big and what do we want to create. And the first thing that came to me was the word bear. And it's funny because I have a resistance around it, right? Because it sounds naked. And at that point, I was not very secure about my own beauty, my own authenticity. Now, don't even go close to, sensuality, sexuality, nudity, and all the things. But I open a page in my mind, in my journal, in my computer, and I start putting ideas there, downloading ideas, visions, and it started with retreat, with women retreat, all ages, all body shapes, all whatever insecurities, and just the curiosity that I have was, how can we create a container where we could just be as we are with no judgment. So obviously I was not ready to create it back then, like 5 years ago. Why? Because I was not that person. But soon enough, I learned that I could only create, teach, support around things that I already went through them, and I come to the other side. So that's what I did. I started the journey of finding my own bare essence. And it's been a journey. It's absolutely been a journey, mostly because the majority of insecurities and limiting beliefs that I personally had were locked through deep trauma. So often clients in a private coaching or even in a VIP weekends, they're afraid of, like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna go too deep too fast. I don't know if I'm ready to open the closets to look at the skeletons, right? And I want to tell you this: you can go deeper than you are ready to go, and you can go faster than you are ready to go. And that is just guaranteed. I know I'm in a space where we don't supposed to give guarantees, but that one I guarantee. And how I know it is because I see it over and over and over again with multiple people that I support. And I saw it with myself. The biggest discovery that I did about my own personal trauma was 2 years ago, which led me to publish my story and publish my memoir. Look it in the description. If you haven't read my book, you could access it there. And here's what happened. The biggest trauma that I discovered, I could not have discovered a year prior or 10 years prior. Why? Because my system was not ready for it. So it took as long as it took to solve this insecurity and that limiting beliefs and walk through the other challenge and just go deeper and deeper and deeper and become stronger and stronger and stronger and more confident and get closer to who I really am, till the day that I discovered this big piece. So if I have to discover this piece like 6 months earlier, a year earlier, I could not have handled it. And I know for a fact that we are safe to look in, because we could only see as deeper as we are ready to see. And this is another reason why I created those spaces and I presented to you in this order. If you will, if you are curious, if you know, and you know, because you know when you're not authentic, and you know when you don't own your beauty and your authenticity, and you know if you don't like your body or your physicality, you know all that. You don't need anybody to tell you, right? So if any of those things you identify about yourself, I really invite you to open the Bare Bootcamp. That will be a wonderful way to open the door for this work, like gentle walk into the self-care and identify what that means to you, and then go a little bit deeper into the self-love and understand what that means to you, and pay attention. I keep on saying what that means to you. So print out the workbook and answer to the questions that are there, and be honest about it, because you get to have your own personalized experience as long as you follow the steps, follow the content, and you're being honest in your answers. And then give yourself a space to integrate all that information and to allow yourself to become that person that you are becoming, to the end of the program. And from there, then go ahead and open the other spaces. Are you ready to jump into one-on-one support and go deeper and be supported and coached through discovering, identifying who you really are, what you're here to do, and how can you show up like fully, authentically, and in your own power? Are you ready to dive into an intensive 4 days? Let's meet up. Let's make it happen. Or are you the type of person that needs community and needs the sisterhood in order to look in a mirror? And then the retreats are for you. So again, go to SimonaSpark/Bare. Also, you find the link in the description, and give yourself, just take 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes, look at the things. There is so many spaces. just navigate, learn about all those spaces they are created, and really trust yourself and allow yourself to be guided into the space that feels right for you next. That alone, my friend, allowing yourself to give yourself what you need, it's a big deal. Saying yes to yourself. You know where you are, you know your own judgments, and you know your own insecurities. And if you want to solve them, just say yes to yourself. Say yes to yourself by exploring those containers. And I don't want to hear like, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. I don't want to hear all of that, because I'm offering you so many free spaces and containers. And just go ahead and start with those. Explore those little by little, step by step. It is a calibration process, right? And what I want to add to that, it's also to know that you have your own speed. I don't know how fast you could go through a training. I don't know how much time you need to figure out an answer. I don't know how much time you need to just step back and let all the information, integrate. That's something that you are about to find out. You don't know either. I mean, maybe you did similar work and that's great and it's fantastic, but every time we do, even if it's the same work, inner work, transformation work, when we are looking at the different part of ourselves, where we are in a different container, then the process is different. The speed is different. The assimilation is different. The time of integrating all the discovers is different as well. So just be gentle with yourself. But again, say yes to yourself. Saying yes to yourself is the first empowerment thing that you could do for yourself. And you're already doing it. You know how I know? Because you're here. You listen to this. It will be the title, description, or somebody recommended to listen to this. And you say, hey, let me check it out. It's not about checking out who is the person that is talking or what it is saying. First thing first, I want to applaud you and I want to celebrate you that you say yes to yourself. Let me open this podcast. It's Bare Lifestyle. How to make taboo topics normal and acceptable. The fact that you are here tells me that you are open to do this work. So this is the reason why every episode when I start with celebration. I'm celebrating you for that. And I'm celebrating myself, and I'm celebrating everyone that listens and watches. And that will be a good tone to close on for today. So we're going to keep it as short as it is. I'm looking forward to see and hear from you. What are the spaces that interest you? What it's appealing to you? Leave it in a comment or email me directly to transformation@simonaspark.com. And again, for the Bare private coaching, there are 2 spots left until next time. And I don't know what the next time will be. But please go ahead and open the free training, at least open that one. Yeah. And I will see you next week, same time, same place. Have a Bare lifestyle, everyone. Ciao. Thank you for tuning in today. Please follow, rate, and review your favorite episode and share it with your friends. I would love to hear from you. What inspired you? What triggered you? And what interests you? For more Bare experiences, please go to simonaspark.com/bare. And for a daily Bare inspiration, please follow us on Instagram at Simona Spark World. I can't wait to have you back. Until then, be bare, beautiful, authentic, real, and ever evolving. Lots of love, my friend.